Hey, before you start watching the episode, I just wanted to let you know that we did have a few technical difficulties this time. For the most part, I don't think it'll impact too much. The audio, I don't believe, is affected very much, but we were having an issue with the streamer mode in Alchemy where it would get a little off sync. So there are a lot of times when the voice and the video is a little out of sync, and I'll refresh the page, and you can tell, everything kind of goes away and comes back, which seemed to fix the issue. So just wanted to give you a heads up. We're aware that that happened. I do think it had something to do with trying to do the streamer mode while I was using the Alchemy app and the streamer mode from a different DM. There's a point where I switched to the browser mode and it seemed to resolve the issue. So I think we'll be doing that going forward. But if you see that, if you see like the screen kind of going black and coming back up, that's what we were doing. We were refreshing it, trying to make sure that it came back in line with everything. So just wanted to give you a heads up about that. Otherwise, enjoy the show. Hey, everybody. I'm killing time while our dungeon master shows us his keyboard. But welcome to Golden Vault. I think we're getting kind of close to the end of Heist 2, from what I can understand, I think. But we've got some crazy stuff going on. Why don't you catch us up there, Ravnock?
Yeah. So last time at the beginning, we were in the Fey Realm at the entrance of the the Witchlight Carnival. After you guys gave your secrets away, you gained entrance, and you met Mr. Lot, who was a lot. Turns out Mr. Lot knows Dolly, also knows Garth Senior. They go way back.
More like way in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you leave my daddy out of this. I got enough trauma from that man.
After having a rest, getting a long rest, being able to completely spend the full time you need to get completely back to 100% in the Fey Realm, Mr. Lot, who has fully recovered and is able to talk to you, he's fine.
Thank God.
He took you to meet a satyr named Dude. And Dude, he was a scholar of time, and so in the Fey Realm, time didn't work the same, and so he found out he knew where to send you to the portal to get you back to just a little bit before the egg was hatched. That led you guys, with Mr. Lot leading you guys on the trek to the portal. You guys all exited and went straight for the town where Celdana and BWL were when the egg hatched. This time
and
the
it's
town
not
was really
creepy
nice.
at all.
No, this time the town was really nice. Everyone was out like doing fun town stuff, and all the kids were really cute and running around, and they were playing tag and not eating each other. It was awesome. You guys started to have a rumor about a festival happening outside the town, hoping to get everybody away from the town. Spread some posters about that. Then you guys went into the inn, and there you noticed a portrait with the strange key made from the tap, the dull knife, and the shape that looked like a crown. After doing a little bit of investigation, you were able to find all three of those things. And you also saw in the final picture a man outside putting the key into a rock. And you have also found the rock with the keyhole in it, which is where we left last time.
Yeah, so as I was saying, just mere seconds ago. We're not going into this thing, right? That ain't the plan. Or is it the plan?
Maybe we should. That's
Yeah.
probably where the egg was meaning to be hatched at.
There is something so odd going on in this town. These people are creeping me out in this tavern back here. They seem like they didn't mind us poking around.
Yeah, they ain't right in the head. I can tell you that right now.
Maybe
I'll tell you that for
we're
free.
part of the bad thing that's happened.
Yeah,
What
so
time of the day is it now?
I'm sorry?
What time of the day is it?
I would say it's probably like 7:30.
is it dark yet? Or no?
Yes. So it's
Okay.
starting to get dark. It's later in the season, so I'd say it's about October. So
Okay.
yeah, it's starting to the sun's still peeking over the hills a little bit.
It's getting a little chilly. Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I kind of asked some questions trying to get some answers out of this one dude, and he seemed a little put off by the fact I didn't seem to know what was going on. Like, I feel like this whole town's in on some big old secret we don't really know about.
And then there was the creepy branches in the photo and the paintings up
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I don't like it.
That seemed a lot like that deer thing we encountered. I just don't know what's going on in this
Oh,
place.
yeah.
But there could be answers if we open this rock. I mean, if this thing is running around, could it there be answers about that here?
Yeah, I think if we're trying to be good detectives here, I think maybe we would need to go in and look.
All right, so should we put it to a vote then, I guess? All in favor?
Aye.
Well, fuck. All right, let's do it.
Before we do that, can I go peek in one of the windows and see what everybody in the inn that we just left? Now that they don't maybe know that we're there, paying attention, like maybe they're actually like either being normal people again, or maybe there's something more nefarious going on inside.
There's 0 chance they're normal people. I'm just saying.
Is there a window though that's like either I can like climb to go look through, or somebody can?
You don't really. You don't have to climb. There's a lot of windows there. Oh shit! There's a lot of windows there along the wall. So you can just take a look in if you want.
Okay.
When you do, I mean, everybody kind of looks normal. They're all still just carrying on, drinking, eating, laughing. Some people are still arm wrestling. People are playing cards. It looks kind of like it did while you guys were in there. Want to give me an insight roll?
I don't trust this town.
$16.
Okay. You're not positive, but you can swear you catch one or two people giving you a side eye while they're carrying on, with their night.
While he's doing that, can I investigate the rock around the lot?
Yeah, I was thinking about. Well, I'm gonna wait until we open it, but I'm gonna cast detect.
I just want to see if there's any we see a keyhole, but I want to see if there's anything on the rock or around the rock that maybe. Let me find my skills. Hang on.
Did anybody do like detect magic? I was thinking
no.
We talked about it last time, but
yeah, I have detect magic.
I also have the wand of detect magic where I have like 2 charges left, so we may want to do that so we can hold on to like spell slots or unless it's a cantrip.
I mean, I could do it as a ritual, but
I'll just do it with the the only thing is like I thought maybe if this thing opens up, I want to maybe.
I'm sorry.
Do we want to do it now, or do we want to see if it's leads somewhere before we start?
I would say if you wanted to do detect magic, the best way to do it would be whomever has I think BW has the ritual. Yeah. That way you don't waste the one charge either.
Oh, okay.
You can just do it as a ritual. It doesn't take a spell slot.
Yeah, it takes 10 minutes. I think we could kill 10 minutes with you checking the rock out. I think that was
7:30. You've got what, 4.5 hours?
Yeah, we can take 10 minutes.
Plus, Garth is fine delaying this as long as possible.
So I got magic awareness. Is that something you can use like right now? Or
Yes, that is detect magic as an ability. So yeah.
Yeah. If you want to.
That's cool. I'm a bard.
Yeah,
who did
actually,
not
if
take
you want to do
detect
that, we don't
magic,
even
so-
take 10 minutes.
Don't know what-
You have that as a bard?
No, I didn't take it.
Oh, okay. He's just not you. He doesn't want to know. I don't want to know.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
The only magic Garth
our-
cares about is Jesus.
Jesus is my
ridiculous.
magic. He's my magic and my rock.
All right, Bathsheba. When you use this, you see around you. Let's see. Oh, you can use it twice. It goes up to 60 feet. Cool. Nice. Okay. So when you around you, you feel emanating from the key enchantment magic. From the rock, there is enchantment magic. And then back from the forest is a general aura coming into the area. Let me see if I can ping it here. Like through here of illusion magic.
Hey, do you wanna sync it so I can show the map?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No problem.
Yeah, you'll have to remind me of that.
Man, it's token still not showing up on streamer mode. So weird.
So do I click one
Alchemy?
of those boxes for it?
I'm sorry?
Where I'm using this, do I click one of those boxes?
Yeah. And that'll just signify you've used it, and then on your long rest, it'll give you those back.
Does Bathsheba share this information of what she's
Oh yeah, because only you know this right now, Bathsheba.
Yeah, can't we just like beep 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 beep? Or do I have to like
Well,
magic?
me and BWL can open up that, but unless you have message, you probably will just have to say it out loud. Unless
Yeah,
we send you a message first.
So yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys. You know what I'm saying here.
So you're telling me that there's illusion magic all over this rock.
All over it. Well, there's enchantment magic on the key and on the rock, but back here in the forest area, there's illusion magic.
So wait, you're saying the forest itself is an illusion?
Possibly so.
I've never seen trees not be trees before.
That don't make no. Oh, I see what you did there. That's
BWL,
funny.
can you talk to other trees? Like Sylvan? You got Sylvan?
No. I'm just a shapeshifter. I'm not really a tree.
Well, is anybody here? Can anybody speak to the trees?
I knew a
They
guy
don't-
one time that spoke for the trees, but no, I can't do
I
nothing
know.
about that.
I don't think any of us are druids, so no.
All right. Well, I guess we're gonna open this then. We may want to mage hand this and step back a little bit.
Yeah, Garth is
Who
gonna
has
step
mage?
way back.
I think mage hand has a range of like 20, so Nicola's also probably going to be.
I don't have mage hand.
I do.
Oh, okay. I wasn't
Yeah.
sure.
Wait, hang on. Yes, I do.
I also have
I have mage hand, so I'll just pick up the key and use it to unlock the rock, and while kind of being like, "Oh God," in between my fingers.
All right, so your mage hand carries the key over. And when the key enters the rock, the key starts turning on its own, so that causes the mage hand to disappear. And when the key turns on its own, the key and the lock itself disappear as well. Bathsheba, you notice both of those enchantments are now gone. You don't seal them anymore. And the illusion magic behind you, or sorry, back through the forest starts to disappear. And the forest suddenly stops seeming so dark. And there is a trail leading out through the behind the building, out into the forest. And it seems a lot brighter, like the moon has kind of just lit up this trail.
Hmm.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, look at that.
Did
Illusion.
not expect. Thought the rock was gonna open. Honestly, didn't expect the trees to get involved.
Yeah, I was
Yeah, I
expecting a
wasn't expecting that
door.
either.
Well, I'm not opposed to getting away from these creepy fucks in the tavern if y'all want to head on into the forest.
That's good.
I don't know if I'm technically maybe still like looking through the window, but if I am, did anybody react?
I mean, well, you said you moved back, so
Sure.
you aren't. Do you want to relook? Is that what?
Yeah. Let's poke our head back into the window.
Everybody still looks like they're just kind of having a good time. Give me the insight roll.
Ooh.
It
Everybody
just
seems
seems
pretty
like
cool, guys.
it's you. This time you don't even really see anybody kind of side eyeing you. Everybody just looks like they're having a good time.
Great, that feels great. I guess we gotta head down this trail then.
Yeah.
After y'all.
Nikolai's gonna start stepping, but he's gonna grab like Garth's shoulder and kind of drag him with him.
Oh, I'm coming. I'm coming. You don't have to drag me along.
So, what? As you guys come out around the building, you see the moon is bright and full. You're not exactly sure if it was or not earlier. None of you can quite remember. But this moon is huge, and it's kind of just covering up the whole sky almost, and it's just like lighting up this whole trail that leads back into the forest towards this old-looking mausoleum. And in the middle of this road is a beautiful, probably 8-foot tall, iridescent unicorn. And it draws through the air a rainbow and with like a circle, and it turns around and gallops off towards the mausoleum, and its horn leaves this like rainbow sparkles behind it as it runs away.
Nikolai literally goes. He still has "I love unicorns" on his
Yeah, you don't even have to do that anymore, but you're like,
hey, look at that. Look at that.
He wasn't lying when he said he loved unicorns.
Well, I'm glad you got to see yourself one. You know, I kind of thought you was just doing that, but the way your face lit up just now, whew, I'm happy for you.
So beautiful.
Yeah, it's
I'm
pretty.
happy for you, and I'm gonna let you finish, but
Yeah, even I gotta admit that's kind of pretty.
Nikolai is, of course, gonna follow down towards the mausoleum. Just like he's extremely interested in why like there is a unicorn here and why it's hanging out in this area.
So once you get down to the mausoleum, you don't see the unicorn anymore. The mausoleum is lit with some fire. You can tell from outside, but it's still not very bright. You saw the unicorn move inside, but you can't see it anymore.
Can I check for tracks on the ground?
Yeah. So on the ground, You do not see any tracks.
That's odd. It must be extremely fleet of foot to not leave any tracks.
Well, was it even touching the ground? I've heard rumors sometimes they say they can fly. Or that might be a
I thought that was
Pegasus or something.
Pegasi.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
They're
Sheba, did
all
you see
horses.
any more, any type of magic coming from the unicorn?
Well, she'd have to cast it.
How long does it last?
10 minutes, I think.
10 minutes. Yeah, 10 minutes.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah, so she still got it.
She still got it.
There are hints of illusion magic still in the air, following down the trail towards the mausoleum. The mausoleum is not an illusion, though. It's real.
And I guess we're gonna keep going.
Do we have to?
Yeah.
All right.
I think Nikolai's going to anyway.
Yeah, he is like, I have to find this creature.
All right, let's go hunt down your
I
unicorn.
have a stinky feeling that this might be a trap.
Nonsense.
Well-
Unicorns are innocent beings. They would never trap.
I've got a good feeling about this gang.
Yeah, I kind of think this might be a trap too. But you know, we voted, so that's democracy for you.
Nikolai looks so offended when you say that. Like he's like,
I'm not
You pick
saying
like a
necessarily
rock.
the unicorn's trying to trap us, but I think we are walking into something dangerous. But onward we go.
Yep.
when we get up to the mausoleum again, I want to at least like check out the door, see if there's any carvings or anything like that. Like, I mean, because is it just standing open? Are the doors to this crypt just open?
So sorry. Mausoleum is not the correct word. I apologize. Actually, is it?
Is it? What are you trying to describe?
Let me describe what it is then. You know those like like the family vaults that have multiple memorials inside. Is that a mausoleum?
Yeah, a mausoleum. As
Okay.
far as I know, crypt or mausoleum or
that's what I was
sepulcher.
picturing.
Does
Okay,
any of the
then-
symbols on the mausoleum match any of the mugs? Like the
Ooh,
mug symbols?
Give me an
That's a great
investigation check, Bathsheba.
That was very smart.
Oh no.
That wasn't.
He sees one and smashes it.
Honestly, you can't really tell. You have well, actually, your passive is 11. There are strange symbols here, but they don't really look exactly like the ones on the back of the wines menu.
Nikolai's gonna try to use Mage Hand to he's gonna keep probably some distance between him and the thing, but he wants to just use Mage Hand to see if he can just open the door regularly or
Yeah.
if it.
Can I check for traps real quick?
Yes, but I'm going to say just right before that, that was what I was saying earlier when I was trying to decide if it was a mausoleum or not. There are no doors. There are no doors on it.
Oh, it's just an open. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, you can check for traps.
It would be a mausoleum then, because they usually don't have doors. All right. So what would I use for that? Sleight of hand?
Let's
or
see. I feel like you've got some
investigation?
kind of something special, don't you?
Oh boy, do I got something special.
Uh,
I don't think so.
Okay.
I have proficiency in perception. That's about it.
Okay.
All right. So what am I using? Investigation.
I'm going to say you're going to do
throws.
I'm not sure what to do for this one.
As
If we're looking for traps, what would you do?
I
would
usually do
probably do
investigation.
investigation. Yeah.
Just investigation? Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. 22. That was actually a good roll. Yay.
Okay, cool. The place looks trap free. It looks like it actually looks well taken care of. You kind of like take a good look around through, and you still don't see the unicorn inside, but the place looks well taken care of. It's actually very well organized. You notice there aren't any bodies inside, so doesn't appear as if there's any like actual bodies in this mausoleum, but there are memorials inside.
Can I want to do something a little creative.
No, that's not what D&D's for.
Nope.
Lame. And my reasoning is I feel like because we have the fear toxin from the mask, the baghead, I believe Bryce Warner has probably trained us on this. So what I want to do is I want to channel one of my horror flashbacks that I keep having and see if I can't envision or remember if we saw the big giant bug deer creature coming from this area. Does that make sense?
Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Interesting.
Oh,
Not
cool,
good.
6.
When you try, you see what you saw you see first a flash of what you had seen in the village earlier. You can't help but see those people eating that horse. You open your eyes and try to like shake it away, and even with your eyes open, you start seeing it again. And you hear that whisper in your ear. Sildana. Hey, Sildana. And you're just hungry. You start feeling really hungry. And you start feeling a little like angry and unhinged. It kind of starts coming over you more and more. And then the voice, the Sildana, it slowly turns into, hello, Sildana. You want to see these visions? I'll show you everything you want to see. And then suddenly in your mind, you get to see the swarm of flies coming out of the inn and forming this huge creature with the antlers, and you get to see it in slow motion as it rots Dolly and pulling her skin off of her and rotting up and having the vines go through her body and up through her face. He wants you to see this. And then, after what seems like hours of this kind of agony, you pop back to reality. And it's been no time at all. And you lose 3 sanity.
Of course I do. That's what I get for trying to be creative, everybody. Don't
I
be
warned
creative.
you. I warned you this wasn't the game for that.
Don't be fucking with this stuff.
Question for our map. Like, since we went further down, is our map supposed to show the mausoleum at all?
No.
Okay, it's not on there. Okay.
Don't worry about the map right now.
Okay.
I need to get in better habit of telling you, like, we're doing map, don't worry about map kind of thing.
Cool. Second off, you said, so I guess when Sildana kind of creeped in there, because you said she didn't see any bodies, it was all, memorial, like plaques and squares.
Right.
Nikolai is going to go in, would have kind of trailed, I guess, if she hadn't, blown up or something terrible had happened as she set off a trap. He would have trailed in after her, and I want to read the names on the memorials.
So inside, around, there are only 3 memorials once you get inside. There's one to the left, one directly in front, and one to the right. To the left, is the memorial to Socratics. In the middle is the memorial to Platonics. To the right is the memorial to Aristotle.
Would I have any
Shoot, those from
like
the...
can I do like a history check to see if I recognize any of the names?
Yeah. They might be familiar to you, but you work in a library. You've read so many books over the years. They're just kind of tickling your brain a little, but that's about it.
Okay. Are the memorials are just like flat on the wall? There's not like any like plinths before them or anything.
There is a small flame in front of each. That's
There's
it.
nothing other than
It's
the
very simple.
names.
It's very simple. It's their names and a small like little what's the word? Like a little sconce kind of thing with a flame,
Oh,
and that's it.
Okay. I see what you mean.
Very
Like a
simple.
candle holder, kind of.
Is the flame
Right.
lit or no? Like, is there
Yes.
actually fire? Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, I guess at this
So,
point, Garth would peek his head in just to see what's going on. I don't want to enter yet, though.
how's Seldana reacting right now?
Seldana's just so like traumatized that I think she's just sort of like looking down at her feet. If I remember those names from the last episode, they were at the bar, right? I remember because I was like, those are bad renamings of Greek philosophers.
They're not bad.
And I thought about it. And I thought about it. I remembered that from last episode. I don't remember exactly where we saw them last episode, so that is useless.
Actually, if you go under handouts and you go to premium wands, there is a protonics elixir of ideas. There is a wisdom something.
Well, look at you remembering stuff.
It's so nice to have players that take notes, because I'm not one of them. I do too much note taking as DM. When I'm a player, I'm just like, what?
Okay.
I'm just gonna be like, hey guys, I got these, and like drop them on the floor.
What,
The
are
other
you
night I was talking
hungry,
to
or-
Kels.
Bang on, BWL.
The other night I was talking to Kels and I was like, she was like, well, I really love puzzles, but like I don't feel like Bathsheba does. So how do I do that? And I was like, well, have Bathsheba like punching the puzzles, but you're still helping us solve them anyway. Like you're helping us solve them, but Bathsheba hates them.
Yeah, somebody really smart, because I had asked this because I played a stupid character for the first time a couple years ago, and they said someone who maybe knows more about this should look at this and as like in character, like this
Right.
is interesting. Somebody who's smart, come look at this.
But yeah, under handouts we had the premium wand back, which I don't know if you guys are looking at it, but we had right and left with different
Yeah.
and then
saw it,
also
but-
under premium wands. I have no idea what any of that means, but there we go.
So have all of you went into the mausoleum yet?
Nikolai's so far up in there. He has no caution. He's a dumbass.
So is BWL.
Yeah, I'm standing
BWL, are you like a flower
outside.
arrangement for a funeral?
I've bloomed some flowers just to like represent, the resting areas.
Well, I was thinking you were going to be like a flower arrangement.
Well,
Maybe have one of those quilts hanging off of you.
Sure. Now I like that. So like bush, flowers, little quilt that's like going around me.
Yeah. Has
Well,
Bathsheba?
what
Let's say I
someone
think
pushing
Bathsheba and Garth haven't went in.
No, I'm at the door. I'm not
Darth's
going in
half in,
yet.
half out.
Nobody
Bathsheba
died
went
yet
in.
in there? Everything looking good? Oh, sorry, just the dead people already in there, I guess. But
There's no bodies, Garth.
there ain't no bodies?
Ain't no bodies. Candles.
All right, I'm still good out here for a minute. I take your word for it.
So I'm imagining in this mausoleum, like, is there like a door that goes all the way through, like from the entrance place to the opposite side of the building? Or do you walk in and you're like encapsulate it in here?
Is the floor plan like a
so no,
square?
it is a room with one door.
Okay.
Entrance, not door.
Correct.
Anything on the ceilings or like, anything other than the grave sites there? Is there like anything else in this room? Top to bottom.
Give me a perception roll. The place is pretty solid stone. It doesn't really look like there's a lot. It doesn't look like there's a lot special about it.
Okay. But this is where where we perceived that the unicorn went into.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
There is no unicorn here. Where did it go?
So Nick, while you're looking around, you kind of hear like a little sparkle, and you look over to the right. Front door, back right wall. So like if you were, let me re-explain that. If you were coming in the front door, back right wall, you hear like this sparkling sound, and when you look over, the unicorn's head is peeking out of the wall, and it just kind of looks at you and pulls its head back in the wall.
Now, anyway, I don't know too much about unicorns, but I know that ain't right.
Yeah, Nikolai loves unicorns, but even he is like, ooh, that is so odd.
Yeah,
And
don't
he's
you
gonna
go over
kind
there,
of shuffle. But Garth.
Nick, I'm telling you, it's not a good idea.
This needs to be a buddy comedy.
It kind of already is.
Our characters always just seem to naturally gravitate towards one another.
I feel like Nikolai is usually like the straight man to like his comedy act, but this time it's flipped because it's unicorns. But he's kind of wavering, and he kind of looks at Garth. He looks at Garth like a 2-year-old.
All right, hold up.
And then just slowly starts to inch back.
Hey, Bathsheba, you still got that thing you got going on where you can see magic and shit? That wall, anything about that wall in particular, or is it like a ghosty unicorn?
So when Bathsheba takes a look at the wall, she can see the illusion magic from the unicorn, but there's also illusion magic on the wall itself.
All right.
An illusion.
Bathsheba, tell him the unicorn is not a ghost.
Not ghost.
Are we sure? All right, now, are we sure? Hey, Bathsheba, okay. Can you guarantee me right now, in front of God and everybody, that unicorn ain't no ghost? Look, God, Jesus, they're kind of the same thing. There's
You're
like
really gonna have to explain this to me.
There's
one
like
day
this Trinity. It's really confusing.
There's a third one too.
There is, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But right now, I need you to tell me if that is a ghost unicorn, or if we're dealing with a normal unicorn.
Life has no guarantees.
Well, that ain't an answer. That don't tell me shit.
I don't think it's a ghost, but I also don't think it's a real unicorn.
Nick's gonna summon like Mage Hand again and like send it at the wall.
Try to pet it.
Nick, you don't get yourself killed. Nick,
but it's a unicorn. You know how rare these are.
Expelled.
When the mage hand touches the wall, it's just a little minor illusion. That mage hand and the minor illusion both get disrupted, and so now the wall is also an open passageway.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting.
Y'all gonna make us go down that, ain't you?
I mean, We
Might as
gotta
well.
check.
All right. I want the record to show my objections to this plan. So when everything goes, to shit, and Dolly's like, ain't nobody said this wasn't a good idea, I want everybody to say, nope, Garth knew. Garth knew this wasn't no good idea.
Your
Um,
Honor.
So y'all gonna go down the hallway?
Yeah, we're gonna go down the hall.
Yeah.
I guess. Oh, Jesus.
YOLO.
Yeah,
all
that's
right,
a problem. YOLO, and I don't want it to be over no time soon.
I mean, I guess yo lot because we lived twice now.
Yeah.
I still don't want this version of me to end at the end of this crypt thing we're going into. Or
Dolly will come
mausoleum.
save y'all again. She'll be like, I'm not doing this again. Y'all get 2.
Everybody gets 2.
But what if Nikolai was like, but Dolly, it was a unicorn. The
I don't
likes of
wanna hear
only the likes of only which the great zoologist Lisa Franks has talked about.
The great zoologist.
All right, that was good. All right,
That deserves inspiration.
I think so
Yeah, well,
too.
Yep, inspiration for that one.
That was good.
Oh, sorry, heroic inspiration now.
Oh yeah, the name change makes all the difference.
Mm-hmm. Makes me feel more heroic.
That feels pretty heroic. To be honest.
All right, so as you guys all kind of scooch in through this area, it's kind of like a dark hallway. You can't really see far down it, but when you scooch in, all down this hallway, there are sconces of torches that start lighting up, and they light all the way down this hallway. The hallway extends for about 50 feet, and it's about 15 feet wide. And down about 30 feet in front of you is the unicorn standing there looking amazing.
Now, did you describe what color this unicorn was, and I just slept through it, or?
White, iridescent, pristine.
Can you think of more words? 3 more words, please.
Yeah, we need more than that.
Pearl, pearlescent.
Pearlescent. Okay, sure.
Opalescent. I feel like these are all the same word.
Oh, what about its mane? Is its mane like rainbows?
Oh yeah, sure.
Perfect.
Well,
okay.
iridescent.
Isn't that what
is gonna
iridescent
be
means? It's like
yeah,
rainbow
it's like white
shimmery?
with rainbows.
I don't fucking know.
Prismatic?
I just sing the songs, man. I don't know words like that.
Don't you have to know words to?
Not
Right,
iridescent. You try to rhyme something with iridescent. All right, you try to rhyme something with iridescent, and for my audience, it ain't gonna work.
It's
Yeah.
real pleasant.
Nah, it don't work. That don't rhyme. That sounds like shit.
Incandescent.
See, now that one's all right. Candescent's not too bad.
Effervescent.
I just heard I think I heard the voice of God just then.
Effervescent.
Oh, yeah, that one works.
Lose 2 sanity.
Well, no, because that reinforces my worldview. Should I gain sanity?
Gain 2 sanity.
No, I think it's the first one. I think you lose 2 sanity on that one.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready for the power of the Lord.
I didn't expect you to actually talk to me, God.
I think I'm
Sorry.
losing 2 sanity personally out of character for this conversation.
Okay. So it's a 15
So what
foot
do you guys
hallway.
do? The unicorn's kind of just standing there, and he's kind of looking at you. Every once in a while, he'll kind of stamp his foot and do like that horse thing where I can't do it. It's like, oh, I could do it.
Hey!
Do that horse thing.
What do you call that?
What, the horse thing?
Do it again?
Neighing?
Good
I don't know.
question.
Yeah, nay.
Oh, braying.
Braying.
I thought the braying
not
is
know
what the
that.
donkeys do when they're like, whoa, really loud.
I thought so too. Yeah.
Well, maybe not.
Who
I don't know.
knows?
I'm not a horse girl.
If you know, if you're a horse person, let us know in the comments below.
Put it in the comments.
Hey, that worked. Someone answered our Final Fantasy questions.
I saw that.
So
today.
that
I was like,
worked. Are you a horse person? Do you know the difference between neighing and braying? Then please let us know in the comments below.
like and subscribe.
Yeah, don't forget that. Just in case any
all right.
more horse questions come up, we might need you.
He is so overcome with the chant. He's gonna kind of slowly. He is creeping towards this thing, and he is like, "Oh, you beautiful creature."
Nick, be careful.
When you get about 15 feet, from it, all 5 of you, even if you're not 15 feet from it or not, when Nick gets about that far from it, all 5 of you in your head hear, "Hello, be not afraid. My name is Gregory, and I wish to welcome you here."
That ain't Jesus. I know that one.
No, it's Gregory. He just his name.
I'm just saying. I know that voice in my head. That's something different.
It is. He's like, "I am not Jesus." No.
I figured that out on my own.
Pleased to meet you, Gregorian.
What is this place?
It has many names, and most of them your brain would not quite understand. So, but there is a reason you are here, and not everybody gets as far as you have. So, you must be here for meeting of our master, and you have came on most auspicious night. So I wish you great introduction, and wish you well on the trials ahead of you. And he kind of just like disappears.
All right, well that was
and then
creepy,
behind
right?
you the door shuts.
Oh shit.
Is there another way out, or is it just
the hallway kind of gets darker towards the other end, but that's pretty much the only way to go.
Okay.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you, Bubbles.
I done went and muted myself. Shows what I get for trying to talk to people. Excuse me, Mr. Gregory. You told us to not be afraid, but then you shut the doors, and that feels like a little bit confusing for me.
There is no response. Pure silence at this point.
Hey, I don't mean to be this guy, but at what point is it acceptable for me to say I told you so? Now, or should we wait till we get a little further in?
Dead yet, so.
That's a good point. All right, I'll save it then.
Nikolai looks extremely crestfallen. He is so sad that his hope for the unicorns has not panned out.
Didn't even get to pet him.
Gregory's a good guy. I think you'll like him. You'll see him again.
If we get through this, Nick, whenever we get some downtime, I will help you try to find yourself an actual unicorn. We can try to hunt one down. I mean, I got some connections, I think, but we got to make sure we get out of this first.
If anyone knows how to get a unicorn, it's friggin' Dolly.
I swear, we'll find you a unicorn.
She's got a chariot drawn by unicorns.
Right.
There's a chance Dolly is a unicorn.
No, hers are sphinxes.
Oh, yeah.
But I
feel like that's close to
friends
slavery. I don't
with
feel
the
like she'd do that.
Listen, we can find one. Dolly, hook us up. We can make sure we get you see, but we got to focus on getting out right now, okay? And honestly, I don't think that unicorn was actually like a unicorn. I think that was just meant to draw us in anyway. Just saying. That's what I think.
Look, don't dash your hopes and faith in your Jesus.
I'm
Don't
not
dash
trying.
my hopes and faith in the unicorn.
Listen here. I'm not trying to dash your hopes and faith. I'm telling you, we'll find you one when we get out of here. I just don't think that particular unicorn, unlike my Jesus, was real.
You think he was a false unicorn?
I think it was a false idol. I do. I think it was a false unicorn meant to lure us in. I think it was sent by the devil.
Well, he sure got us.
Which one?
Mephistopheles?
The other devil. The devil. His name's just Devil.
Azazel?
No. His name's just Devil.
Raphael?
The devil.
Raphael?
Stop naming devils.
Archdevils.
Stop naming devils. Wrong devil. Oh, he never gonna get this.
He must be an up and comer. We've not heard of him.
No, he's like, you know what? We will talk about this later. I got some pamphlets for you, and you should come to church with me whenever we get out.
Must be small time.
I feel
I
like
bet-
he's got the dollars that like he leaves people that have
for a
the
tip. Oh yeah,
information on the back. Yeah.
totally, totally.
I hate those so much.
Those are the
guy.
worst. You think you're getting like a 20 and you're like, my God. And then you open and you're like, oh no, my God. Okay.
No, his God.
Yeah.
Does anybody have like a light cantrip or
There's torches along the wall.
Yeah, it's very well lit. It just kind of gets darker as it goes along. You just can't really see down there. Once you go
but
along,
there
the
are
torches will.
more lots as we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna put these goggles on yet then.
Y'all want to keep walking?
Yeah.
I don't think we got no choice.
All right. So, you walk for probably about another 50 feet. That's really all it takes till you find a set of stairs that kind of just, they're like, I don't know what you would call that, like circular stairs that kind of go down.
Yes.
And it kind of goes down into darkness.
All right, now I'll put the goggles on. I've got some goggles of night I'll put on just to see.
What do they look like?
They're goofy looking. They kind of look like an eagle almost. So when I put them on, have you ever seen like Owlman from DC Comics? You know what I'm talking about? Like, so there's a little bit of like a flare up here, and it also has like a spiky nose that covers my own nose.
You get those from Dr. Lot?
Yeah. Well, I don't know the guy's name. The guy works for Dolly. Yeah, I guess his name's Dr. Light. That's
Jimmy Gumdrops or something.
Jimmy Sprinkles.
I'm gonna call him Dr. Light.
Tony Sprinkles.
Yeah. So then I put them on and just kind of adjust them a little bit until I'm assuming I get like a night vision reading or something. Oh, these ain't too bad.
Yeah, so you'll start to see, is it 30 or 60 feet in grayscale?
60.
60? Okay, cool. All right. Do you guys go down the stairs?
Does
I want to,
Garth
but
see anything?
Huh?
Does Garth see anything?
So when he looks down the stairs, it kind of just leads down to a floor where there looks like there's a bit of fog on the floor. But it does just lead down just like one flight, maybe 15 feet to a floor. It's not like it just keeps going or anything.
yeah, not much down there so far. Can't really see much beyond the landing.
You
All right,
do.
Bathsheba, lead the
while
way. Let's have her on the back.
While you look, though, you do see the fog every once in a while looks like there's like almost a gust of wind that will kind of blow it a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little foggy, but it looks like there might be some, I don't know, some wind down there. I don't know if there's like a natural outlet somewhere or something like that. But
So the fog is really dense and we can't. Sorry, to recap, it's like one floor down and all we see is like an opening that's filled with fog, like an open space filled with fog. I think we should hold hands if we go through here.
well, I don't know normally
What's gonna be your
hold
marching order?
guys' hands, but yeah, you know what? If it makes you feel better, Nick, I do it.
What's our marching order?
Legs is going to grow like a little vine and grab Bathsheba's hand and squeeze it really tight.
What's a
I'm going to
marching
be with
order?
Bathsheba.
Bathsheba definitely first.
Yeah, I'm sticking
We got
towards the back.
Bathsheba.
Okay, then I guess it'd be Bathsheba, and then it would be BWL, and then Sedana, Nick, and then Garth.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'll grow another little vine and give it to you, Nick.
Oh.
Or Sedana. And then Sedana holds Nick's hand.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in between. Don't forget
Oh.
me!
Sorry, I was thinking it. Yes, I mean Sedana. I take the wine, the vine away and like wipe her, hit her with a little bit, and then grab you.
So go ahead and flip over to your map. I'm going to reveal an area. As soon as I figure out where to do, there we go.
I feel like this is magical darkness and not regular darkness.
Advanced darkness.
Ooh, that's interesting.
I see nothing.
Gotta pan around a little bit. It's in like the top left of the grid.
I see nothing. Oh, I see handprints.
Oh.
Ugh.
I see lots of handprints.
Oh.
Looks like we're about
That
to
ain't
go
so good.
die. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We could take 8.
Just cultists? Yeah, I think we got it.
Especially with Bathsheba.
I think Bathsheba could take them all.
Yeah. We'll wait
Should I
up
just
here.
kind of like
I'm kind of
race
stacking you
before
all on
we get
top of
into
each
it?
other a little bit here.
Yeah.
Nobody's
Before,
tokens
like-
are working except for BWLs. That's weird.
See, I can see them on my screen, but I have trouble seeing them on the have trouble seeing them on the streamer mode. Can you give me
Quit
a
moving it.
sync again? Also, we're having
Quit moving
some
your character.
we're having yeah, so yeah. Yeah, they're all
That's
just
all
coming
right.
up only BWLs.
Yep, that's all right. So Seldon or Bathsheba, as you start stepping down the stairs, it feels like you're stepping into water, but it's still just air. And as you walk down in, it's like it gets harder to move through, almost
Floor?
like it's like completely water.
The air feels like water?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Definitely Florida then.
Right.
Can we like before? I'm not sure how this would work, but I'm gonna like message the whole group and just be like, "Hey, Bathsheba, step back out of that water just a second." And so I'm thinking about like maybe just doing cross fingers, and it reads as cold blast fingertips, 15-foot cold. Um, let's see. This is the part that I want it to question. It says the cold freezes non-magical liquids in the area that aren't being worn or carried. So could I possibly just freeze the entire basement?
Do you try?
Well, it's not water, remember? It just feels like it.
Okay. All right. Well, that's all I wanted to ask before we really made any decisions. I was like, maybe I could just like freeze everything and we walk on in, but
Does
And
anybody have any
realistically,
electricity powers?
we can't. We just see fog. Like we just see fog when we look into this room. Correct?
Yeah. So right now, pretend like I haven't shown you any of this. Right now, you guys, because Bathsheba had just started to walk down into it and notice it feels like water, and that was when he told, BWL told her to come back out and wanted to try to freeze it. So you guys are kind of discussing the fact that it feels like water.
Is my magic thing still doing?
Yes, there is. It's about to run out though. There is a very strong abjuration magic around.
okay.
I think I
Well,
got the right one.
that seems all good then. I don't think if it is magical in any way, then my spell wouldn't do what I was thinking it would anyhow. So carry on.
I lied. It's illusion spell, not abjuration.
Well, that's fine. If it's magical at all, then it's not going to do what I thought it would. So that answers the question.
Anybody else got any ideas before I start heading down?
unless we can find dude, reset it again back to before we came down on this place, I got nothing.
Without metagaming, no, there is not anything that I can do.
Alright, then I'm gonna head on in.
All right.
All right. As you're walking down into it, you can actually feel it doesn't make you colder like water does when you're getting into it because it's still the air, but you can feel almost like the thickness of the air as it comes up your body. And you're a little worried that you might drown, but you don't. And you keep walking into it. And this whole room is difficult terrain. So that means that your speed is halved. When you come into this room, another thing you notice is there's not a sound. Your footsteps don't make a sound. The people in the room don't make a sound. Your breath doesn't make a sound.
Oh.
In this room, there's maybe about a foot of fog on the floor. And all through this, there are 8. They're all humanoids. Most of them are humans. There's one elf and one halfling, and maybe a dwarf. You can't really tell because they're so like skinny and emaciated. It might be a gnome. You're not really sure. That's how like sickly they look. They've all had their ears cut off. They have all had their eyes removed, and their noses cut off. And it wasn't just that, it literally just happened because the blood's still running off of their faces. And they don't look like they're in pain. They look like they are ecstatic. And they're all dancing in unison to some song you can't hear. And so, while you guys are in here, they all move in unison, one step in exactly the same direction.
You would feel Nikolai, like Saldana and Garth here, would feel him crush their hands in fear. Like he is like gripping their hands.
A little tight there, Nick.
Ow. And we can't, we can't, as far as we can tell, it's dead. We can't make noise in this room.
Nope, not a single sound.
So
there is a silent spell on this room.
Yeah, there's not a spell I can cast without a verbal component.
Oh, that's a great point. Oh man, probably me either as a bard. How am I supposed to viciously mock someone if I can't talk?
Run up the stairs.
Okay, so we see all these
They
people.
also haven't noticed you. No one in here, obviously, they haven't noticed you.
Because they're dying to death. And they can't smell us.
I left out 2 important things. There is a door. Hold on.
Would BWL be keeping a message open?
You can't use message without a somatic or verbal component.
Yeah, no, you have, yeah. Message requires a somatic component to start it, and then you can think the thoughts, but you still have to speak the magic words to start the magic. But yeah, there's a door here and a door here. Well,
okay.
There we go.
And we only see the people in the room. We don't see anything else?
No, other than the fog. The symbols on the floor. There are the symbols arranged, the blue, green, yellow, and pink symbols on the floor, arranged as they are.
We've got no way to communicate down here.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Well,
I mean, you guys could back up.
Yeah, maybe we just back up into the outside of the silence so we could talk a little bit.
Yeah.
Rather than move us, let's just say you did.
Okay. I think if we don't kill these guys, or at least incapacitate them, they will come after us when the other guys come.
They can't hear or see us or seem to sense us, so I think you're right. Maybe if we can just avoid them completely, like check out those other doors.
What happens if they, once we try the door or something, that alerts them to us somehow? Like maybe they got some kind of spell on them, make sure that nobody leaves or goes through that room. Now, I will say, if we're getting into a combat or situation like that, if we can't talk, I can't do too much down there.
I can't either.
You can't do too much anyway.
Hey, now watch it.
Yeah.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
we'll
Oh,
have
this
to-
is Jesus.
Jesus,
Remember?
Jesus is testing me. I can feel it. He is testing me.
Jesus, don't take the wheel. Just for a couple minutes.
I got this. I got this, man.
Only thing I can think of is maybe is there any buffs that we can go ahead and give like to Bathsheba or any other melee, just in case we can't really depend on our magic users.
I
Yeah.
could cast before we go in there. I could cast invisibility on us. Like I have 2 rounds. I can cast it at least 2 things of invisibility on some of our people.
It's concentration.
Well, they already
so
have their eyes removed, so
I'm not
sure.
under any concentration issues anymore.
Can concentrate now.
what I mean is, though, once you cast it once, if you try to cast on a second person, the first one
I
drops.
can't cast any other. Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah,
Okay.
because you can only concentrate on one instance of the spell. That's what I'm
So
saying.
I can only do one person.
Yeah.
But we
Bathsheba.
could at least have one person who can, at the very least, move around without being detected.
Yeah. Now I can do that too, and I'm gonna go ahead and give Bathsheba some bardic inspiration, which is a
But yeah.
D6.
I'm not sure if do whatever you think maybe, but since they didn't have eyes or ears, I'm not sure how much invisibility will really matter.
Yeah, I guess that's right.
Hey, who got a good look at them? These beefy kind of mofos? Or are we talking about scrawny little dudes?
They were really emaciated from what I saw.
Mhm.
All right. Well, maybe if the shit hits the fan, we don't have to worry about it.
We can save this.
They
for last.
also, God, I mean, like, look at them. I mean, I'm not even sure that. I mean, I think they're as much victims as anybody in this.
I don't know. They seem pretty happy about their lot in life.
Well,
It's like they're at a silent disco or something.
Oh yeah.
what's a disco?
Yes.
Oh, we had great balls on our planet where everybody would put on headphones that nobody else could hear and dance all night.
We've got the biggest balls of them all.
And she had big balls, and he had balls.
Anybody get a good look at those runes on the floor? Any idea what those are for? Nope.
Did we get a good look at those at all?
No, the fog was probably covering it too much.
That's what I figured.
All right. Well, I think I don't think we got a choice but to go on in. Take
We
a
could
closer
try the
look.
doors, but I guess you're right. I guess before we do the doors, we probably want to check out the symbols.
Yeah, Bathsheba, we probably need you on,
Nick is in
fucking
his
up
bag.
duty.
Nick out of his bag. He does actually have paper and pens, so he can at least pass these around so we can like try to write to each other, assuming, we don't get mobbed.
And now that's a good idea. I think that's going to be the only way we're going to be able to communicate down here. And Bathsheba, you need to just be on lookout for, one of these fuckers turns around, starts to hurt us, just cut the head off.
I wonder if
That's
I can
my
do, like,
vote.
sneak
Oh, sorry,
attack.
we should probably put that to a vote too. Sorry.
Better than ending up like them.
Period.
Oh, I can also
Right, yeah.
climb walls because just a reminder to everybody that I can literally climb up walls because
That's right,
of
your
these
boots.
little slippers I got.
Oh yeah, magic item. I was going to say that's a freaky.
That's weird. So you guys headed back down?
Well, I think we need to divide and conquer here. So, who you think would be best to check out the runes? I think we need Bathsheba on, lookout duty, make sure nobody gets attacked by anything. I think we need 2 people, one to check out each door, and somebody to go after the runes. Who thinks they got the best idea of being able to make something out of them runes in the center?
I mean, I am a magical librarian.
You know what? You got my vote.
Yeah. I'm pretty sneaky. I could probably go try one of the doors.
Maybe we just do it all at the same time, and then if we're gonna trigger something anyway, may as well get some stuff done.
Good point. Good point. I'm okay, sneaky. I can go to the south door.
Yeah, I've got
Although,
+7 on stealth.
no, maybe you
+3
go
sleight
to
of hand, so
maybe you do that.
If they do spring into action and start trying to attack us, do we want to try and converge back at the center, if possible?
Form like one of them rings with our backs to each other,
Maybe so.
Yeah.
and then we push Bathsheba out, and she just takes care of it. Yeah,
Assuming there's not also some level of enchantment on the creatures.
Oh Lord. Well, I mean, they don't got no eyes, no ears. They're bleeding out every hole they got, and they still dancing around. So I'm gonna guess there's some kind of enchantment on them, but
yeah, I think we got a game plan. I'll
right.
head towards the south, avoiding hopefully getting hit by any or getting anything knowledged, and then I forget what everybody else said they were doing, but
so south. I know Nick's going towards the runes.
I feel
That
like
shi-
I
Oh,
should have at
sorry.
least one person near me who can, if I do have an idea about what these runes do or can figure anything out, I can write it down and have a way to pass it along.
I'll go with you because I can also, worst case scenario, I'm pretty beefy, so.
All right, it looks like I'm going for the east door then.
So is the marching order still the same? Because I'm just trying to figure out who's coming down the stairs first, because the stairs can only have one person at a time.
Yeah,
I still think
Bathsheba
Bathsheba. Bathsheba's first.
I think
Yeah.
that order can be the same, and then we'll just take our own routes.
I think Nikolai should probably be behind her though, because I think he is going to try and book it straight for those middle items.
Okay.
That's fine. We can switch.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll just switch it as we move. All right then.
Or
Nick
we
and
ready?
Saldana switch, which means Saldana's now holding Garth's hand and is pink.
I love it.
Ma'am.
So what we're gonna do is, I've kind of already rolled an initiative for everybody. Well, no, we're gonna use the marching order as an initiative, and I've kind of fit in where the cultists down here are gonna do their thing. So, Bathsheba, you're gonna go first. Remember, this is difficult terrain, so you only have half your movement speed. You can only move 6 places instead of 12.
Okay.
I know they're kind of hard to see.
When I get down there, do they move or anything, or?
They'll move on their turn.
Okay. So, am I just going in here kind of like guns a-blazing?
No.
Okay. What am
I
I
think
doing then?
more of a defensive position.
We don't want to piss them off and make them attack. They have not noticed us. They've not tried to attack us, so we don't want to try to draw it. Like, they can't see us, they can't hear us, if we can avoid them, you're just there to kind of be a bodyguard if anything bad happens.
Yeah,
You're basically at the ready. Any sign of aggression on their part, you are slamming your axe into their bodies.
Hold your action for them doing anything aggressive.
Okay, well then I'm just gonna wait at the bottom of the stairs for everybody else to get down.
You can make it to about this far.
Yeah, you may want to.
Can you see my measurement?
No.
No.
You can ping though. We can see that.
No, but just put me up there.
You can make it to about this far, or this far. And kind of like anywhere in between there if you like.
Okay, yeah, just keep me close to everybody else.
Well, we're gonna split up, so
like right here, does that look good?
Yeah, that's good.
That works.
Okay. So then you said Nick was going to go after BWL, right? Or sorry, after Bathsheba, right?
Yeah.
And then we're going to go back to how we were with BWL afterwards?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Saldana and then Guard.
Okay. Nick, where do you want to go?
Oop. I'm going to try to go to the... I can only go 3 squares because I can only do 15 feet. So I'm trying to get to that green symbol.
Let's see. We're going to start everyone. Is that you? Yep. We're going to start everyone on... you can start counting right here. So You can move 1, 2, 3 to there, or
Can I move
1,
diagonally? Like, can I do 2
3
forward
to
and then
here.
is that as far as I can't go here diagonally? Right here?
Right here, you could get it here.
Yeah, that's where I'm gonna go.
Good. Okay.
So I don't know if this will be allowed, but I was thinking I could jump on Bathsheba's head just to get like a little bit of movement speed extra, and then pop over about maybe there. I have 30 total.
I'll give me an athletics throw, or not throw, just a check.
Acrobatics?
Sorry,
Or no,
athletics check. Sorry.
Oh, I accidentally hit at disadvantage.
Well, it was going to be the first one anyway, so it'll be the 14. You don't. You're able to jump off of her, but you don't get any extra speed. There's nothing spectacular about what you do or anything. So you don't really get extra speed from it.
I think that would
What
still
is your
probably be
speed?
30. I was gonna say I think about where I land it would probably be accurate then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Who is? Then all of the cultists are going to move, and they all make sure everybody's move straight down.
Oh, I don't like that.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be one like right next to you.
They didn't touch you though, even though it kind of looks like they're overlapping. That one is just right there, and they're just kind of like right next to BWL and Bathsheba. Don't even notice you're there.
Hey,
The
you
world
doing
is
that?
a horrifying ballet.
Yeah. They might
You doing
actually
that
be doing
reminded
the
me.
dance.
Is BWL back to being a bush, or is he still that inflatable tube man?
Oh, they're a bush now.
Okay.
Funeral
Okay.
arrangement bush.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're
Oh,
just
okay,
like
okay.
really flowery
with the blanket.
with a blanket on.
Okay.
Something about when there was one set of footprints in the sand.
I love that story. I really do.
I figured Garth would.
Garth wrote it.
Then next up is Seldana.
I am I'm going towards Nick. What I'm going to be doing, again, very similar to Bathsheba, I'm holding an action in the event that somebody is doing something, but I am keeping my head up and watching this pattern of dancers so I can move Nick.
You're readying.
So he isn't like touching people.
Ooh.
Like, cause I'm worried that touching them would break the spell. So I'm like right up with Nick. I'm watching the dance or whatever they're doing, their movements, and making sure that Nick isn't like directly in the path of where they're headed. If that
I think
makes
you
Is
can
that there
actually
good?
use the ready action to do that. Like,
Yeah.
I literally think you can use your ready action because that'll let you use a reaction on the next turn if they come
Yeah.
near me.
Is that good where I put you, or do you want to not be that close to them?
I'm gonna be honest, I can't see, so wherever you put me is fine.
Maybe just
Oh.
behind Nick, like she can grab my shoulders
Is it
and
because
maybe.
you can't see because of the app?
Yeah, yeah, I'm on the browser. It might just not be letting me, so it's fine.
So essentially, what I've done is there's a cultist. It's like almost a 90-degree angle. There's a cultist right here, and I put you here, and Nick is here. I could scoot you back one, but then there's another cultist right here.
Yeah, no, wherever you put me is fine. Just because I don't want to touch them, but I also am keeping an eye on them, so Nick also does not touch them.
Just to give a little bit of a spoiler here, I'm rolling a dice for the random direction, so I also don't know what direction they're going to go
Yeah,
next.
that's.
So I'm not trying to trick you.
Yeah, no, we're sort of like yeah. It's not necessarily because I'm trying to look for a pattern. I'm like basically as soon as they start moving in a direction, I'm like moving Nick out of the way if that direction is towards Nick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, can you hit the sync button again?
I could just look at it on Twitch.
Well, you could. We're having some issues with alchemy, and the only one showing up is BWL's token. So it's
I
still a
can mouse
little.
over them though. So I
This
can
is
mouse over
actually
and you
more
can see the
than I
names.
can actively
Or-
see right now.
Oh
so.
yeah, I can do that. That's a good
Well, I was gonna
idea.
say you can mouse over them and show the names at least.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
We'll figure that out before next time. I know they've been having some bugs, but they actually fixed a lot of bugs. I noticed last time it was deleting a lot of my fog, and it was actually moving the fog,
Mm-hmm.
and it was
That I
moving
saw
my
that
maps
one.
off of the grid.
I saw that
But
one
it quit
on the
doing that.
Discord. Yeah, I'll make sure because I'm trying to keep because I love this system and I've been using it for most of my streams now. So I'll log that report too. Maybe they can get on
Mhm.
that one before next time. So just so people
Well,
watching
all right
know,
then, Garth Stapleton.
where that's not me being just not knowing what I'm doing. We're just having some alchemy technical issues. Garth.
Like it, put it in the comments or pay us $5 to complain.
Yeah, or Alchemy, give us money and we'll quit complaining.
There you go. Sponsor the show.
All right, Garth, what are you doing?
I'm heading for that bottom right door, but seeing that they kind of moved down, I want to go up and around. And I'd like to dash so I can still get the 30 feet.
There?
Is that as far as I can go, or can I go one more? Hold on, let's
Because
see.
there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 6.
Yeah, right about there would be perfect.
I know it's hard to see the lines. It scooted off of the grid on Alchemy, and when I tried to scoot it back, all of my tokens stayed, and I was like, I'm not dealing with that. So I just
Yeah.
turned off the grid, and I'm dealing with like the really light one that was actually on my map.
Oh, that's a good idea. I'll hide it because I'm showing the grid and it's blowing my mind because it's like not lined
Yeah,
up.
it's off. Just hide the grid. It makes
Perfect.
it harder to see. All right, and then after you do that, all of the cultists begin to move again, and they're all going to move to the right 2 steps.
They're like the DVD player pause screen.
It's going to
Dun, dun, dun.
it's going to be running. One of them is going to be about to run into Nikolai. Your ready action was to grab Nikolai and pull him out of the way, correct?
Yeah.
So, to do that, Nikolai, what is your size?
I'm medium, or I'm an Aladdin elf, so medium, I guess.
Medium. Okay.
Elijah.
Actually, how would you do that, Wolf?
Well, they were holding the
Chuck?
action. You can usually move people like half speed. Since that was their action and they're only trying to drag them 5 feet out of the way, I think it'd probably be fine. It just costs.
It just works. Okay.
Well,
All right.
it
All right.
costs Saldana her reaction to use the held action.
Right. Okay. Okay. I'm
That's
just
how
not
I
used to
usually do
people
it.
using the ready action. Actually, I don't think I've ever had anybody in any of my games ever use it, so I didn't. I'm not used to
So
using it.
with spells, if it's a casted spell, like a leveled spell, if they
Mhm.
don't use it, they still lose that spell slot. If they hold it and the trigger doesn't happen, they still lose the spell slot.
That's
And
lame.
whatever the action is, it uses the reaction to trigger. So
Where do you pull him to? Do you pull him up to your right or to your left?
You know what? I don't care. I don't know. I
No.
don't think it
No.
specifically matters. I'm just trying to make sure that he doesn't
Right.
touch the cultist and that he can concentrate on his shit. I'm doing the reacting to the dancers so he doesn't have to, essentially.
Okay. Well then in that case, next step is Bathsheba.
Okay, I'm going to get closer to my friends so I can, like, save them if I need to.
You could probably get to here. They look good.
Yep, looks good.
You get a little closer to them. What's going on? Yeah, man, I gotta overlap everybody just a bit. Ugh. Okay. All right. Then we got Nick.
Okay, so it's my turn.
Mm-hmm. You've
I'm
been
gonna-
pulled out of the way here.
Since I got moved away from the green one, but I'm right next to that blue one, I'm really just trying to like do an Arcana check on it to see if I like know what the hell this is.
Roll the Arcana check. I honestly almost didn't make you roll it just because Nick is well studied enough to see that this is pretty much just gibberish. And it's all matching gibberish. All 4 of these symbols are the exact same gibberish. Actually, very well drawn, exact copied, well copied gibberish. Just in different colors.
He's gonna just turn to the others and just be like,
they're all like, I can't hear you.
No, I mean, was that like a full action from me?
Nah, I'll let you do something else. What do you want to do? Well, depending on what you want to do.
I want to reach down with a dagger and see if I can cut a line through the symbol, like with like to break the symbol, basically.
Yeah, I'll let you do that.
Yeah, I pull out a dagger and I just try to like break the symbol on the blue line.
When you do, your dagger goes through the line and it does break the symbol, but there's nothing particularly magical happening about it when it does. However, this cultist right here stops their dance for just a moment and kind of turns their head towards you and looks for just a second and then goes back to their dance.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Interesting.
And then all the cultists are going to move in up to the left direction, or sorry, right. And this cultist is going to grab Nikolai by the shoulder, each shoulder, and meet eyes with him, which remember are empty sockets, and blood's running down them. And in your head, you hear,
You cut out.
if you didn't
Yeah,
hear
what
that,
was
they were
that?
saying, live my life.
Oh.
And you are transported immediately to a different world.
Oh.
The world looks foggy and not exactly real, and you're having a hard time pointing out things, and there's like flashes of different events coming by, and they're moving by very quickly, and you hear different people talking, and you're like, my friends, mom, dad, family, and you're just recognizing all these people, but you're also like, those aren't my friends. That's not my mom. Those aren't my family. You're living the life now of Alistair, who is the cultist who grabbed you. Alistair worked at the University of Neverwinter, and he was top of his. He was top of his day. He was he was working on things that put Elminster to shame. One day, though, he came upon a book after he had went on an interplanar travel, and while he was studying it, he started to, for the first time of his life, not be able to understand what he was reading. Before, every time he studied, been easy. But right here was something truly challenging. I'd like to have an Arcana check, please. He wasn't quite able to figure it out, and it racked his brain for many, many years. And he kept following and kept studying and kept trying to figure out where it was going to lead him. What was it? What was this here that was just defying his knowledge so supremely? And his studies led him to. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Throughout the years, he did. He traveled the world and did lots of different studies into different cultures and different types of magical study. Give me a history check. Throughout his studies, he eventually found this knowledge that he had been reading about was from the far realms. The far realms knowledge is very difficult to come by. In order to do this, you've got to know what you're doing. You got to find the right people. You got to investigate the right things. You got to talk to the right people. You've got to do some shady stuff. Give me an investigation roll. Eventually, he found the knowledge he was looking for. He found the knowledge that he now espouses here within this cult. And he brought it to the university to try to share it with everybody that when it really comes down to it, none of this is real. Everything here is false. If you really come down to it and you try to study everything, once you get down to the fundamental bottom of everything, there actually is nothing. None of this is actually real. So he was trying to persuade all of his friends of this. Give me a persuasion roll.
I just did a check. Sorry.
He was able to successfully get 4 or 5 professors. Actually, he was able to get even the dean of the School of Illusion to join him in getting the college to accept his new ideas. But these ideas aren't exactly happy ones. And they tend to drive people to madness. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
I can find it. Damn.
I think it's
Oh, that's right. Okay.
yeah, you got to do it a certain way, don't you? Oh, nice.
Excuse me. He was able to resist the madness for a while, just long enough to finally figure out what the math and the magic and this arcane text that he found was trying to tell him. But once he finally was able to figure it out, that was the final straw. His madness was complete, and he came to join this cult, and this is where you find him now. And with that, you come back into your body, and you're staring at the empty sockets of Alistair, and you recognize him almost as yourself at this point, because you lived his life. You felt like you lived his entire life. You're going to lose 5 sanity points. Alistair's body disappears in front of you, and the robes fall to the ground. It almost looks like when the Jedi die and their robes just fall to the ground. And you hear in your head, those eyes aren't going to be good enough to see what you need to see. And your eyes, it almost feels like something that you can't see is ripping them out of your head. And no matter how loud you scream, there's no sound in this room. No one else even notices that anything's happened to you yet. and your eyes are removed from your head. You now have blindness.
Ooh.
Yeah, so if this is gonna be, you would, if you didn't notice right away, like you see like me fall to the ground, like just clutching my face. And you can't hear me, but you can see me like open mouth screaming as I kneel on the ground.
Look, she found Jesus.
She's crying blood. Look at that.
Sorry, didn't mean to undercut the moment.
How's Nick feeling?
He's on the ground, like clutching his face.
What is Nick's current sanity?
He's 24.
Okay. What's Sildana's current sanity? Okay. Still good.
16, 18? I can't read from here.
16.
Yeah, 16.
See, I still have 33 because though I walk through the valley with the shadow of death.
Well, it's crazy because she is a ranger, so she's got like wisdom as her top. And don't you get proficiency in wisdom saving throws?
I
think you do.
And that doesn't help if you fail every one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't get proficiency in wisdom saving throws. That's lame.
Yeah, no, I get different stuff, but
all right. Next up after that is going to be BWL.
So
did BWL ever notice what happened?
No, but this is why. So BWL has been trying to study where the fog. You said that there's like wind moving the fog out of the room. Have I noticed which direction or where it is going?
So what I was really implying from that was the movement of the people.
Okay.
It was what he was seeing because he didn't see the people yet. He just every once in a while saw like a puff of air move so a person moved in. You know what I mean?
I got you. Okay, in that case, I want to do my movement speed and a dash action to try to get to the bottom door. I should have enough to get there. Yes, that one. While avoiding the other two dancers. Is the door there? Is it locked? What's going on?
This door is unlocked. You're able to come in. Give me just a second to reveal the room.
Revelio.
Can you hit me with a sync one more time?
Hello.
Welcome back.
Sorry. Everything froze for a minute.
So BWL, as soon as you step into this room, you hear your feet step. You hear the flickering of the lamps. You didn't realize how quiet that other room was. You hear just you hear things as simple as like some cobwebs are rustling near you. That it's insane how quiet that other room was.
Okay. With just a general look into this room, does it seem safer than the room we just left?
So I'll describe this room really quickly. This room looks cozy as shit. This room has 5 bookshelves, 2 on either side of the room, and then along the back corner there's these 3 here. And on the top of each one, you see the names Socratics, Platonics, and Aristoteli. Around the center, you see there are 4 chairs sitting around the table. The room is well lit. It's warm. It's cozy. It's dry. There's no fog on the floor for some reason. There's no cultists trying to attack anybody. There's lots of books. It looks cozy. There's even like some like cheese and wine and grapes and like some snacks on the table.
Okay. I think I have enough.
Kales, we can't hear you.
I said, yes, a little charcuterie.
Charcuterie.
So I
That
think
she
I'll
was
have
like,
enough speed and time to like maybe pop my head back out. And what I want to do is like, so since the fog's probably as tall or taller than Bush with Legs, I'm gonna have like a what goes into like a golf hole, like a flag, like a big pole with a flag that says like something over here, like come here, like just
You're the thing at the car lot.
well, yeah. I was just trying to like have like a flagpole or something that pops up out of me and being like, come this
BWL.
way.
You are in the room. You can use message now. You can do the somatic part of message and send them a message. All you gotta do is hold the door open and do it.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah,
I'll
because
do
you can see
that
them.
then.
They're standing right there. Yeah.
I just thought I would have to like pop back out in order to like
Nah,
do
no.
anything. But in that case, yeah, I'm just gonna be like message everybody and just be like, found a room, seems safe, warm, charcuterie. Uh, head this way, or I'll be watching to see what happens.
The only thing you get back from Nick is can't see, can't see, can't see, can't see, like in a desperate torrent. Like he is like lost it. Like he is not doing well.
PSS, check on Nick. Doesn't seem cool.
Yeah, that's gonna be me very next.
But yeah, I
So
think that'd
Donna
be
looks around and goes, "Oh, oh, things aren't going well over here."
Yeah, whoopsie. Yeah.
but yeah, I think that'll be it for me then.
All right. So Donna.
Yeah, so I think I, in reality, like probably saw this. It may have been that like I had been like looking away to watch where the dancers were, and then when I looked back, because that happened so quickly, he was on the floor. So I think what happens is, um, Saldana is going to say, uh, "BWL, come help. Nick is down," and then I'm gonna like put like a gentle arm on Nick, as gentle as I can get, to not like scare him. He knows I was right next to him, so hopefully it'll only take him a second. And then I'm gonna try to like help him up and guide him towards where BWL is.
Okay. Um, I I wouldn't make that stack, so I would say that I would normally, if you're trying to guide someone, I would make it difficult terrain. But since it's already difficult terrain, I won't make it stack. I'll just say you guys are going to move together. Where would you like to? And I'll just say that Nikolai's just going to move with you and kind of skip his turn. Is that okay? Does that sound good with you
Yeah.
guys?
I don't think Nick is like good enough right now to fully, like he needs another round before he finds his legs again, like his full awareness.
Where would you like to move, Sildana?
Towards BWL.
Let's see. How far can you move?
Well, okay. Here's my question.
I just stopped
This
hearing
is difficult.
everybody.
Oh,
Hold on.
I did too. I stopped hearing everybody for a
Okay,
second.
so it wasn't just
yeah.
me. Perfect. Okay. So I think the name of this episode is Technical Difficulties.
Yeah.
So what was it you said, Sildana?
I said, would it's a very silly question, but you said this is difficult terrain. It is foggy and damp. Would you categorize this as swamp?
Sure. Let's do it.
Amazing. I don't have difficult terrain in swamps.
Nice. All right.
My proficiency bonus is doubled for proficient skills when you make an intelligent or wisdom check related to it while traveling. Blah blah blah. You remain alert to danger even when you're engaged in activity. You move stealthily at a normal pace. You find twice as much food while tracking creatures. There was something
Nice.
that said, yeah. So, and it's yeah, I don't have difficult terrain.
Yep.
in
I just
space.
went ahead and moved you and Nikolai down there.
Amazing.
Garth.
Well, I don't know what's going on, right? I didn't see any of that shit. I see
I
that they.
still messaged you though.
Yeah,
Huh?
but I don't think you messaged when she got hurt, right?
No,
I don't know that
no,
she lost her eyes,
no.
right? So I'm still going to beeline. I'm gonna seeing that they're kind of moving that way. I'm gonna try to just cut straight down between them all. I will do a dash action also, and I'm gonna go straight for the door. That's my job, so that's where I'm going. No, sorry, the door that I was going to, the east. Yeah,
So here.
yeah.
Okay. When you get to this door is locked, and across
Okay.
it has 3 lock mechanisms that go across the door. The first one at the top says the wisdom of Socrates, and it has 3 digits that look like those symbols you saw earlier on the back of the wine menu.
Okay.
The second one says shit, hold on. What does it say? I want to make sure I get my words right. It says the second one above it. It says the supreme ideas of Platonics, and then the last one says the truth of Aristotle.
Garth just kind of looks at these and is just like, and then knowing where they are, I'm gonna start heading towards the other room so we can talk.
Let's.
Well, that doesn't mean
On my
anything to
next.
me since I don't know how to read. Made me think of that meme.
You can maybe get to here, or you could stay here. It just depends upon how much you want to try to avoid which direction you want to try to avoid them.
I
You can be
would
in this whole area.
probably go ahead and put me as close to the door right there.
There. Okay.
Yep.
All right. They're going to move again. And I think you guys are safe. They're all going to move up this direction. Bathsheba. Bathsheba.
I'm heading over towards the safe room.
Yep. You're able to make it on down there. I'll scoot you on in. And then we'll just go ahead and actually, they can't get to you, so we'll just go ahead and say Garth gets in there
Okay.
too. Well, they can't get to you even if they did. They were too far away, even if they did come towards you.
Sure.
All right, cool. Once all 5 of you are in this room, Grigori reappears. Grigori is standing down here in front of the bookcase labeled Platonics. And he says, "Welcome. You've made it quite far. I'm glad to see that most of you still have all of your senses about you."
Holy shit! What the hell happened to Nick?
Nick is hysterically is his eyes fully gone?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. He'd just be hysterically
It's not
sobbing.
an illusion.
Like he is just like
Holy
a wreck.
When did that happen? Did those things attack him?
Yeah, just now the thing disappeared right after it happened. It happened so quickly.
I love that Garth was literally right next to Nick.
I was focusing. Like I had a job. I'm gonna turn on Grigori, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what the hell's going on down here? What were those things?
Dude,
what are they doing? And what the hell they do to my friend?
You did not know what you were coming here for?
Does this look like the face of someone who knows what the fuck's going on? I can't hear you. You gotta speak up. You're like you're in the other room now.
My master will be here later tonight. Well, not my master. My master's herald will be here later tonight.
Who's your master?
I could not say his name, and you would not understand it, so it does not even matter.
Give him a nickname.
But Bob,
Bob.
here in this chamber is the next tech. We don't see everything else happening. We only see what we see. We only hear what we hear. And he spoke with these very intelligent men. And then one day, my master was visiting this plane. They're playing for some reason because there's no magic there. People like my master, they're just drawn to it. They love it there. And they made a pact. They made a deal that he would be saved if he would come back here and invite him to this world. So my master saved him and brought him home. And even though it was almost instant when my master was returned, he lived in eternity. And when he lived this eternity, he learned of the truth.
And what's that?
And that is what you will have to uncover tonight before you meet the herald. So, the next test mimics the first test my master had to undertake. Learn the language on the new plane. Goodbye.
Is there like some braille?
Oh, hold on. And then as soon as he says goodbye, the bookcase right here. Oh my gosh, what is happening tonight?
I don't know. I'm gonna ask for a TLDR version because you dropped out for me
Yeah,
like the.
3 times.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sucks.
You did
so
me too.
It wasn't just me. Okay, yeah.
No,
so
I missed
I even,
all
like-
of the exposition.
Yeah,
All of
I
it.
even like
I-
unplugged and plugged back in my microphones because I was like, I don't know what's going on.
I was looking at other people's faces during it, and I was like, okay, I'm not the only one.
Y'all should have
Yeah.
stopped me before then. I've been
I
working on this
tried.
accent.
I said I can't hear you.
I said it too, and then I just jumped out and jumped back in, and then I could hear you again. So I got
Oh,
So okay, the summary I got is this guy was from a alternate, or the Grigori's master was from an alternate plane where there was no magic, and somehow they
not from. All right. Here's TLDR.
Here's the TLDR. I'm sure it was great, and I'm sad I missed.
All right. Grigori's master is from here. Is from Toriel.
Okay.
But he was a great magician and who rivaled like Elminster and Mordenkainen, like a really great magician, and he was able to just travel plane to plane at will.
Oh, it's happening again. Hold on. Hold on.
One time though, he traveled to
You weren't even talking that time.
Yeah.
It just kept talking.
He's frozen.
Try now.
No, I'm just okay.
I don't think we're supposed to know this. Every time you try to tell us, something
Forbidden
happens
knowledge,
to you.
man.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
I could just like be like, here's the puzzle. Here's puzzle, do it.
Okay, so we got Great Wizard went.
All right, he's a great wizard who's able to travel plane to plane at will.
Okay.
Oh my lord, who are we losing now? We lose Duke. Okay, plane to plane at will, and one day he travels to a plane where there is no magic, and is unable to escape because of that. But he is very impressed by this plane because of their ingenuity. There they have a special way of looking at the world they call philosophy or science that allows them to understand the world in different ways than what we do. And so the way they see this, I'm sorry. And then one day, the Eladrin, his master, just runs into this being while out exploring the world, and this being tells him, "I can get you home." And these types of beings are drawn to this world because there is no magic there. And this being says, "I can get you home," and when he does, even though the being takes him home instantly, tutorial, Eladrin gets to live infinitely for just a moment, where he sees everything and kind of like mixes it together with what he understood about magic and what he understood from this other world he visited, and combines it all together in this new philosophy that when he arrives on Toriel, this is how he brings about his this is how he comes up with what his cult's going to be, and how he sees his lord from the far realms. And so his goal is to summon this lord and bring him here.
Gotcha.
And so
that would have been a lot better in the voice. I'm sorry we missed it.
Yeah.
I know. I've been practicing that shit. And so your first step is going to be. Oh, I'll do the voice. Your first step is going to be, much like my master, when he arrived in this land, he had to learn their language. Much like he, so will you. And the unicorn kind of disappears, and when he does, that's a measurement. When he does, this bookshelf over here scoots into the wall, and then out of the wall comes a water, like a water font. Kind of looks like a really fancy sink, and on the sink is a knob that can turn left or they can. I'm sorry, can't turn left or right. It can only turn to the right, or it has a button right in the middle of the knob.
Hey. I always lean toward pushing the buttons. But at this point, do we got, hold on. Do we got anything we can do about Nick here? I mean, I feel like this is a little more pressing than playing this stupid game.
And you hear Nikolai very sadly and brokenly, you hear him go, "The unicorn didn't heal me. I thought they healed people."
Well, now that's, I've heard that too, but there ain't no unicorn that I see. Maybe it's deeper down in. Now, Nick, listen, we're gonna figure this out, all right? We're gonna get you all fixed up. But
the unicorn did just kind of make a crappy joke about it.
You
actually, did you hear the crappy joke?
No, what was that?
Aww. He says, "Oh, it's nice to see you still have some of your senses."
Oh yeah, we heard that.
Joke about it, and I was like, we could just put like googly eyes on her, but that made me think about Garf's things that he had for dark vision. Maybe
the
he could
goggles
put those on her. I don't know how those work, but maybe that would give her some sight. I don't know how those work.
Hell, I don't. I don't know. I don't know how these work, to be honest. I just picked them up from that Dr. Light dude. Nick, you up for trying that out? I mean, I don't know if it's gonna work, but it might do something if you're up for trying it.
He's just kind of like he is huddled on the ground, like he is not doing hot.
All right.
And he's also in severe amount of pain. Like his eyes are completely gone. So like he's
done anybody got any curing magic?
I wanna point that out that you are not in pain. There is no pain from it.
Oh, really?
Your eyes are just gone, and there's blood running down your face, and you can't see, but there is no pain.
Okay, that would he probably doesn't fully understand what's happening to him. Like he's not even like he's like, okay, like I can't see, and he's just like, you know, he'd be like touching his face and being like, what's this? What is this? What is on my face, Garth? I don't understand. I can't see anything.
Listen, calm down. All right, we're going to try these goggles out, and then if they don't work, we'll answer whatever questions you got, all right? So I'll put the goggles on his face and kind of fix them up. All right. Did that do anything? Nope. Well, you look great. I mean, you look
You
great.
look much better than before.
At least that way we're not horrified looking at you.
This is more for
Not
us
that
than it
we
is
would
for you.
be.
All right. So here's I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you straight. I think it's just best when you just hear it as it is. You ain't got no eyes, and that stuff running down your face. It's it's blood. Now,
You hear Hudden sudden hyperventilating. He's like,
all right, no,
I'm
hold on.
I'm a librarian. My whole job is reading.
I know. Let's take a deep breath. We're gonna get this figured out. All right. I mean, there's all sorts of clerics. I can't believe we didn't bring one. Just kind of looking around at everybody.
Sure, there's Braille in the library.
I think there's gonna be a way to fix this. All right. I've seen people much worse off than this. You know, get all patched up. You know, it just takes finding the right cleric. Got to have enough money. If I have to, we can pull some strings. I'm sure Dolly can help us out. But
he's taking some. Okay. Yeah.
we gonna get you out of this. All right. You gotta trust us.
He's gonna shakily like try to stand up.
Yeah, I got you, and I'll kind of help Nick up. I ain't gonna leave you here. All right. We're gonna get you out of this. Just we need you to stay calm. You still probably the best mind we got, so we might need you to think through some stuff. We'll do our best to kind of explain what we're seeing. And yeah. We figured this out, all right?
All right.
So Finn was being a little bit for a second, so I kind of missed part of the puzzle. I heard most of it. Tell me again, there's like a waterfall, something happening over here.
So the bookshelf kind of like pulled back into the wall and scooted out of the way, and when it did, a really fancy looking sink came and replaced it. And on the sink there is a handle that you can turn to the right, and in the middle of the handle is a button. Other than that, there's nothing really all that remarkable about it.
Okay.
What you thinking, BWL?
Well, I'm thinking either just push the big red button or detect magic, but I'm sure this place is full of magic, so I'm not sure that's going to be super helpful. So maybe just push the big red button.
Well, didn't the creepy dude just say we had to learn like how to read or something like that?
Yeah, there was something about learning how he learned how to get out of the place with no magic.
We ain't got time for this.
And there's like different books here all sitting at the table. There's 4 of us with Oz. We can all sit down and
All right,
I can relay message to Nicola about what we're reading together.
Yeah, I guess that's the best we got. I mean, I don't want to start pushing buttons and turning knobs until we kind of exhausted all our options. And just the dude mentioned something about learning how to read, so I think we need to figure that out.
Nick's gonna ask what's in the room, like what's in here.
Well, we got a lot of books, a couple of chairs, pretty fountain.
Charcuterie.
Fountain.
There's a charcuterie. Wait, how'd you say that? Charcuterie?
Charcuterie?
Close. Yeah.
Well, where's that at?
Kind of in the middle of the books.
I don't think we should eat in none of that.
Nope.
Looks really good.
It might look really
sure
good.
It does.
The voices in my head are going crazy. All
Not
right.
today, Satan.
Nick's gonna kind of like tap Garth. He's gonna be like, Was there anything else out in the other room?
Yeah, I found this other door, but it was locked. It looked like it had like 3 different kind of not normal locks, like arcane locks. It looked like another damn puzzle or something we got to solve. Each one of them's tied to one of them people up in the top, Archimedes or Pluto or something like that. Platonics. Each lock's associated with one of those monuments. So I'm kind of guessing we got some kind of, maybe that's the last door or something, and we got to solve some other things to get through it. I don't know, though. That's all I saw, besides those freaks killed dancing back and forth.
They're cult members. When that thing touched me, I saw his memories. He was corrupted by a book he found, some kind of arcane book. It warped his mind. He was a great mind. He convinced all those others into his weird fucking cult.
All right, well, that's good information to have because we're in a room surrounded by books.
Yeah, I was thinking I'm going to pick up this book and put it in her hand, in Nikolai's hand, and be like, "Is it this one?"
Yeah.
And he's kind of like dazed, and he's like, it was something from the far realms, like the egg.
I'm gonna ask if the. Oh,
Go
sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. I
was gonna ask if there is a certain like name or word that he remembers. We could look and see if the books match.
I only know the name of the Alistair was the man who grabbed me. That's the only name I had.
So hey, Bathsheba.
I got Nick. Give me a history roll, because you didn't just watch Alistair's life. You feel like you lived his life. You feel like you lived his straight up 35-year long life in that moment.
I got a 21.
Ooh. All right. The book had. Hold on. Nope. The book was called The Grimoire of Endless Echoes.
This book was called The Grimoire of Endless Echoes, and I think it was from the same realm as the egg that was stolen.
All right, everybody, be on the lookout for that, but don't open it. I think we need to get it, but we don't want to read that shit. I got an idea, but it might be dumb. So I think we should put it to another vote. What do you think? You think those people out there'd be a little more chatty if we had Bathsheba drag one of them back in here?
No, I don't
I
think
think
I wouldn't touch them. Don't touch them.
She's probably going to lose her eyes.
Well, I mean, if I don't know.
But we could maybe lasso one.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they grabbed you. If we could get them back in here somehow without them being able to restrain them.
Off its fucking arms.
Even so, even if we do try that, I have a feeling that they, from what Nikolai has been saying, they have lost their minds. Like, they will not be able
so I
to
guess,
even...
Yeah.
I guess what I'm trying to get at is, I don't think they'll be much helpful in the, sane department. But if we had really a better understanding about the full breadth of what these cultists believe, it might help with, figuring out what we're supposed to do. I think this was designed for true believers.
Before we all go blind and deaf and other things, I'm going to look at one of these books on the table.
Yeah, let's look. I want to look at those too.
Again, it was just a suggestion. If we don't vote on it, we don't think it's a good idea. We don't do it.
There's no bad ideas, but that one. So
Which one? Oh, he's a BWO. Which one are you open?
I'm just joking, Garth. I love you.
I'm saying. I mean, hey, having some information. You know what? We put to a vote.
BWO,
That's fine.
Which book you looking at?
I don't see anything different other than colors as far as what I can see. So I'm just gonna do the one right in front of me. It's green. I'm green. I'm gonna leave the green one.
You open it up and it's in a language you don't know.
Okay.
And it looks very similar to those symbols you saw on the back of the premium wines menu.
Does it also look like the symbols that were drawn out there in the dance floor?
No, those were gibberish.
Does
Oh, okay.
BLW relay that to us?
Well, 1 second. I'm still trying to like understand for a moment. What do you mean the symbols on the wine menus? Like, are you talking about like the keg tap, the Dolnoff, the
No.
On the
crown?
back,
Well, that
like
was on the
On the
right.
wall.
back, I shared a handout with you called Premium Wines
Okay, the
Back.
one that says right with like a
Yep.
1
It
quotation
looks like
7
those symbols.
left.
Yes, it looks like those symbols.
Okay, I'm just going to like project that image then into everybody's minds.
Hmm.
What does it mean?
So,
And go ahead.
is anybody gonna touch the fountain?
Not me.
Already.
You know what? Let me do
I'm not
something.
doing
I'm
it.
gonna pull out. I want to pull out that wand. I want to know what types of magic are in this room. I want to know if it's bad or if it's like what it is. So I'm gonna use one of my charges off my wand.
Okay. So you cast Detect Magic with the wand. There is no magic in this room.
Oh,
Bum,
there's
bum,
nothing
bum.
here. There's nothing magical.
Nothing at all.
Nothing.
Well, that does make sense since the world that he went to didn't have any magic in it.
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand. Or try
Can
to.
you?
That's what. Yeah. Does anything happen?
Yeah, your little mage hand forms.
All right. Well. Okay. It's not like there's not a magical block. Well, I guess
Nope.
it would have.
Garth, help me over to the fountain.
Yeah. Of course.
Actually, I think you could probably. Can you send your maze hand into the silence room if you could see it? I think you could, couldn't you?
Yeah, as
Yeah.
long as he can do the initial.
I don't know why you
30
would. I
feet.
just want to know.
Yeah. As long as I could cast it, and then I should be able to send it in, unless there's like an anti-magic field over that.
So not
Yeah.
sure it matters at all, but the books on the table and in the other room, the symbols are in the same colors, in the same orders, in the same pattern. Just so everybody knows.
Maybe something to remember.
Put that right in the old noodle.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of stumble my way over to the fountain.
Yeah. I'll help her. Him.
And I am gonna I'm actually just gonna stick my hand in it.
You sure you know what you're doing?
So there's no water actually in the fountain.
Oh, there's no water?
He
It's
wouldn't
dry,
know that.
basically dry.
As soon
Well,
as he
no one-
shows his hand in it, he would be like,
no
"Oh
one's
shit!"
touched any of the. No one's touched a faucet yet. So
So the faucet's not on.
right. There is a handle that can be turned to the left and a button. And everyone stood back on the other side of the wall going,
You want me
Nick,
to? Hey Nick,
Nick,
I
just
trust
back
you. What do
up.
you want me to do? Yeah. Okay.
I want to see if there's some fucking water to get this damn blood off my face.
That was literally one of my first thoughts. Was like, maybe we should have Nick wash his face.
He's tacky, he's disgusting, he's lost his eyes. He's just gonna turn on this damn fountain. He's just gonna turn the handle.
His burps
okay.
smell like tobacco.
So when you turn the handle, the faucet just starts dripping. No matter how far you turn it.
He is the world's most defeated.
Try the button.
Fuck.
But wait. There's an important question here, though. How many drips do you let happen before you let go?
I think he'd do 3. I think it'd take him 3 before he'd realize that there's not any more coming out, and he turned it right back off.
All right. So after 3 drips, above the sink, there looks like where would be a mirror is just like this solid stone. You see.
I don't see shit.
Hold on. Oh,
Everybody
well,
else
actually,
sees.
you
Never
will be
seen
able to
anything.
you'll be able to reach up and feel this symbol. Share with everyone. There you go.
Perhaps we should let it do 7 drips.
I was gonna say that, but we don't know if she saw that yet.
Yeah, I'm like, as far as I know, I don't see shit. Y'all didn't say
Well,
anything
Garth-
about.
Well, everybody
right
else
there too. Does
can
Garth
see
see it too?
Wait, why should she let it do 7 drips?
Because of the back of the premium wine menu.
Oh,
Yep.
That's what we're thinking.
Well,
Mm.
is there anything else on? Like, I'm assuming you relayed what it is, and I fill up there, and I'm like, oh, this was.
Yeah, well, if I saw it, I'm just going to like message you and be like, "Look at this. This is what you're seeing. This is what I'm seeing. Like you're seeing through my eyes. My eyes
Yeah.
are your eyes."
Is there any? There's something else. There's a button on this, right? What if we push it? Is it?
oh, shit. Hey, everybody, pretend like I didn't share that with you.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe 7 is the right number, but I don't know.
Hey, I'm
When
just
you did,
saying. A 7 was
when
one of
you-
our lucky numbers from that fortune cookie. Or
when
whatever.
you did 3, when there were 3 drips, this was the symbol. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I sent you the wrong symbol. When you did 3 drips, this was the symbol.
3 is.
I can't show it on the stream, so I'll just let
So-
people know it's a V.
That's
Perhaps
lame. You can't show that on the
We
stream?
should do 5 drips.
No, it doesn't show up in streamer mode. The handouts.
This handle only goes one direction, right?
Yep, it only goes to the right, and then when you let it go, it snaps back to the normal position and turns off as soon as you let it go.
Like those shitty bathrooms they have in public parks.
Oh, I hate
Like the one we had in
those.
grade school.
Hate those.
Ugh.
but
Those are the
I'm
worst.
thinking do 2 more drips the way it's currently set. Then push the button, twist it the other way. Maybe I'm assuming that might do things. We'll see.
I'll risk it. I mean, I haven't been smoked thus far beyond the
Yeah.
whole eyelash shit.
Okay, so you want to
It's
do 2
Only
more drips?
uphill.
So when you say 2 more drips, you want to do 2 drips or you want to do 5?
No, I want to hold it for a full 5.
5 drips? All right. When you hold it for 5 drips, this is the symbol you see.
It's the V with 2 little.
Hang on, I gotta get it. I've got to get
Like
a fresh
quotations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
page. Okay.
But only
So,
the quotation to the right.
so 3 was the what was the
V.
3?
V.
The V?
Like a V.
Okay, and
Roman
then
5.
5 is 5 with 2 extras.
Yeah, so it's
Two
a
little-
V and then like a
It's like a parenthesis or a
Yeah.
quotation.
quotation. Yeah.
Try 1 drip next.
I'm gonna before I hit the button, I'll try 1 drip. Like I'll let it go and then do a 1.
All right. When you do 1 drip, this is the symbol you see.
Oh,
It's an I with an apostrophe.
That-
It looks like a 1 drip.
that was these. Because I'm up here. I'm assuming I'm feeling every time it pops up. He's like the menu, 1 drip and then button and then 3 maybe and then button
All
again.
right. My theory now is 1 drip, push the button for 5 seconds.
Wait. Well, this handle only goes right. It was right and left was written on the thing. And
Yeah,
there were
well-
2
Yeah,
sets
I
of
believe
handles.
you're turning the current thing to the left.
I'm turning it
No,
right.
turn it to the right.
Hmm.
I can
does
only
not
turn it right.
to the left.
Wait, it's turning to the left?
You said
It
right
does
earlier, and I
not.
said
It does
So
not
it's- okay.
turn to the left. This
Okay.
one only turns to the right, but that means we need one with one. We need a 1 with a quotation, which we haven't found yet, and then we need a number, like a thing that appears as a 7. So let me try for
2.
1, 3, 5. I want to do it for 7 drips and see what pops out. I'm going odd numbers.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. Oh, gosh.
Hmm.
And that is what you see when you do 7 drips.
7.
7 with an
Closer,
apostrophe.
but I need it without the apostrophe. So let's
Try 6.
Okay, I haven't done 2, 4, and 6 yet. So let's do 2. Aha.
Who is the I with the quotations?
Yeah. And then I'm gonna try 4.
The apostrophe.
The 1 apostrophe. And then do 6.
Confusion.
There we go. Okay. So my suggestion would be obviously it needs to be 2 drips button and then 6 drips button.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna do 2 drips and then hit the button and see what happens.
So when you do 2 drips, you see this symbol. I don't know if it shares it again when I tell it to do that. Does it?
It didn't.
You saw
no.
the same symbol you saw before when
The
you go
yeah, what the one with the quotation mark.
Right. And then when you push the button, it just begins to drip on its own.
Stop it at 6.
And it drips 3 times.
Oh.
And you see the previous symbol, the V that you saw when it dripped 3 times.
We can't control how many it drips on the second one, and it dripped for 3.
We can, depending on how many we drip the first time. It might change. It might be one of those things where the first one we do affects the second one, and therefore,
Everybody roll me investigation roll.
I just was doing
nada.
Actually, BWL's got 18. It's high enough to notice this. It seems like when you push the button, you're going to get a random. It's going to drip a random amount and just show you a symbol. And when you hold in the amount, you're going to get to see the exact symbol.
But when you hold the button, does it drip?
No. So when you push the button, you're going to get a random number. And it will just drip a certain amount of times and show you that number. And when you hold in the thing, you can pick what the number is, how many drips you get.
Well, let's just try to do it.
Match. Yeah.
Just do it in order. Just
do
2 and 2 and then
6.
another. Yeah, then 6. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll try that.
So I'm also just looking back at the premium wands menu, and I'm seeing that we have Platonic's Elixirs of Ideas, which is 170. We have, how was that? Socrates, I'm not sure how to pronounce these things, which is 185. And then the other one that was sitting at the table was a Restatili, which is 210. But there's 4 chairs here, so I'm sure somebody else here in this list is listed that I'm not familiar with.
I want to pause real quick and just ask. It's getting kind of late. Do we want to stop here? Or
I need to stop. I got to get a kid to a bus stop in the morning.
All right. So let's pause this. Write down your symbols. We'll pause this for next time, and we'll pick up.
Can we just, if she did the 2 and the 6, did that do anything? Just tell us that.
Yeah, I would.
2 and 6. So what do you mean she did the 2 and 6?
I held it for 2, and then I let it reset, and then I did it for 6 to get the symbols.
So when you hold it for 2, you see the same symbol you saw earlier on 2. And then when you held it for 6, you saw the same symbol you saw earlier for 6.
But nothing else happened.
Nope.
Okay.
I think we have to push the button and then match with the faucet.
Okay. So we'll try that next time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you. We had some technical difficulties tonight. I think I figured some of them out. We were having that issue where the stream was lagging, so I apologize if you're watching the VOD. I refreshed it a lot tonight. It won't affect the voice, but the screen refreshes. I don't seem to have that problem when I actually play on the browser. So just keeping that in mind for anybody using Alchemy. And then I'll put a bug report in for the tokens. Other than that, I think it went okay. Just had some technical difficulties. So, cool. Thank you all for playing. I am going to wrap this up quick because it's late, and I know we got some people got to get out of here. Join us tomorrow night. I don't know what we're doing yet. It's Dragonbane or Temptations. I got to talk to the people and make sure we know what we're doing. But yeah, we'll talk with Psychic and see what's going on with that. So, anyway, you got anything else you want to say? Anybody? All right. Join the Discord if you want to hang out and talk to us, or you can join the Patreon for free and just help support the show if you want to do it that way. And I'll do a longer outro when it's not so late. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Thanks for putting up with the technical difficulties tonight. And we'll see you next week with more Golden Vault.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.